What's going on, folks? Hope you're having a wonderful night or day. Today, we're going to be talking about the second closed beta. It looks like the development team was able to get a roadmap going, and I haven't had a chance to react to it yet. I've been working on this video for the classes that are currently available on the website and digging into some of the subclasses, the skills available, yada yada. But because that's been taking forever, today I just wanted to go through a really quick one and go through all of the points they've announced for this roadmap. It looks like we got about 75 items here. So let's go ahead and go through one by one for what we can expect from this beta. Interrupting this broadcast to give a special thanks to World of Warships for sponsoring this video. World of Warships is a naval warfare themed free-to-play multiplayer online game developed and published by a company known as Wargaming. Available on multiple platforms including Android, Mac OS, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PC of course, and more. You'll experience top-notch graphics across more than 40 unique maps with dynamic weather that have been updated with stunning new water effects and textures. You'll have multiple ships to choose from and be able to conquer the ocean aboard history's most iconic battleships, destroyers, aircraft carriers, or cruisers and submarines. So far, there appear to be 5 different types of ships you can have: the heavily armored battleships with the most powerful guns, the swift and stealthy destroyers, the cruisers which are universal fighters, the aircraft carriers with aircraft as their main fighting force, and the stealthy submarines. The gameplay difference between these ship classes is very impactful, so you'll never experience the same thing twice. Make sure to use my link in the description to download World of Warships, and during the registration, use the promo code BRAVO to receive a huge starter pack including 500 doubloons, 1.5 million credits, 7 days of premium account time, and a free ship after you complete 15 battles. Special thanks again for World of Warships for sponsoring this video, and now back to it. Kicking it off with the first one, which says closed beta entries. Looks like their plan was to send and activate keys for 10,000 users. Second one was the closed beta launch. It looks like data for this one is going to be updated when they're ready to announce when the closed beta is going to happen. But we have heard up until now that it's going to be for June, but we're already in June now, so we'll have to see if that remains the same. However, they did say on the Discord recently that there's a new video coming soon, so maybe that'll have an update for us on an exact date. Third one with 95% completion. It says customization options with over 100 bones and textures. Detailed character customization is available with hair, eyes, skin texture, and color settings. At 90% completion, we have navigation and exploration, villages, towns, monster locations, paths, some dungeons, and special NPCs can be seen marked on the map. Auto run can only be used on pathways. At 85% completion, we've got 10 different weapon trees and a total of 100 active and 300 passive skills for each weapon type. So that's insane. I'll probably add a little note in the class video that I'm making because there's about 10-12 skills per class at the moment, at least on the website. Definitely not 100, and there's no passives listed on the website either. So I'm sure everything that I saw on there and the criticisms that I had for that, they may be fixed up by the time the closed beta actually comes out. Number 6 is skill books with the 95% completion, saying that skills can be reinforced with skill books and SP using a progressive book system for each active skill. Now, there is an affix system with these skills, meaning that you can choose different effects like, add a stunning impact or a blood drain, that kind of thing to the skills that you're using. The skill book system sounds like it's talking about the part that lets you kind of upgrade your skills to get them more efficiency, but it could be talking about the affixes as well, who knows. Number 7 is skill strengthening at 95%, which says that gems are used to add new stats to active skills, adding new skill-specific stats, and the gems themselves have their own level. Now, one thing I'm getting flashbacks on that I just want to state right away is I'm hoping this isn't talking about an enhancement system, or that we won't have an enhancement system in the game where you're actually at risk for your gear being destroyed. I've had a lot of bad experiences with MMORPGs that let you do that or have that system, and a lot of the time they actually are associated with pay to win because those gems are, or protection items that end up in the cash shop that let you be safe from having your gear be destroyed, which people will normally classify as pay to win as well. Number 8 at 95% is development and management, which includes information about character development, stat points from leveling up, inventory management, storage and sorting of items, inventory weight, and number of slots and costumes. Number 9 is clan at 80%. It includes the ability to create or join a clan, authorize and name members, edit clan flags and ally flags, clan passives, clan storage, clan quests, clan terrain, clan wars, and clan stronghold management. And because it's at 80%, I'm guessing a decent chunk of that is not going to be there at this next closed beta, most likely some of that bigger stuff like the clan storage management. Number 10 is related to pets, 95%. Booster and collector pets have the ability to collect items from monsters, use in crafting, evolve, and grow pets. All right, I don't know if anybody's mentioned it already, like in one of the deep dives or something, but I noticed that during one of the videos when we actually take a look at the map that it looks just like Black Desert. I'm okay with them using Black Desert for inspiration if that's what's going on here, but I would just hope that they learn from the mistakes that that game made when it comes to like monetization and character progression, especially. That gear system was a nightmare. Number 11 is mounts at 95%. The horses obtained from the wild have features such as grades, the coordination and knowledge required to catch a stronger horse, the leveling and mating of horses as well. Number 12 is home rental and decoration. There is content to rent differently designed houses and cities and decorate their interiors, add cooks, alchemists, and armor and weapon production benches to the houses. Number 13 is farming and livestock, which allows you to lease fields near the city of various sizes to plant crops and take care of animals directly related to the farming and livestock system. 14 with 80% completion is the construction and settlement. Build homes in massive settlements within designated large blocks, individual or clan-based construction, crafting processes, livestock farming, and agriculture in the area. Number 15 is combat and resource collection under Sky Rifts, which allows you to fight creature waves that appear at specific map locations to collect parts for weapon and armor production. Number 16 is production and resource gathering at 95%, which says cut various trees in 4 different biomes for production. Each profession has its own levels and specific tools. Number 17 is mining and resource gathering, so it looks like it's listing out the different professions that we're going to have in closed beta 2. It says it's 95% complete and says that we'll be mining in various ore locations in 4 different biomes for production. Each profession has its own level and specific tools. Number 18 at 95% is plant collection and production. Collect plants from different biomes for production using a specific sickle for harvesting. Number 19 is freshwater and saltwater fishing, different fish species for each water type, and special maritime vessels required for deep sea fishing. Number 20, hunting and production. Hunt 22 different types of game animals specific to biomes. Number 21, meal and enhancer production at 95%. Produce hundreds of different meals and enhancers. Prepared food grants special powers to characters. Provides nutrition for pets and mounts as well. Also, I'm not sure if they're saying that this is all going to be involved in the closed beta testing, like the second closed beta, or if this is where they're at currently in production, so just keep that in mind. But number 22 is potion and beverage production under alchemy. Allows you to prepare special potions and drinks with materials gathered from nature, used to overcome challenges in the world of QUINFALL. Number 23, hell yes. 95% on the weapon production. We've got producing weapons of various levels and grades with materials gathered from rifts in nature. Number 24, armor production under armor smithing. Produce armors of various levels and grades with materials gathered from rifts in nature. Number 25, animal care and product obtaining. Care for and feed animals captured from nature on the farm and obtain products from them. Number 26 of farming and harvesting at 95%. By the way, 95% on the previous one if I didn't say it. Plant seeds obtained from plants in the field and harvest them when the time comes. And this is directly linked to the field leasing system. Number 27 is treasure finding and opening under treasure hunting. Open randomly hidden chests and dungeon treasure chests throughout the universe to obtain valuable items. Number 28, transportation and defense, 95%. Use elephants, camels, donkeys, and oxen for transporting goods. Defend against thieves. Consider the reactions and speeds, which varies by biome. Number 29 is theft and trading under Caravan Thief. Steal goods from caravan carriers using a donkey. Sell stolen goods at a fair price. Group hunting strategies are important in this profession. Number 30 is PvP events at 90%. Participate in PvP events that occur hourly with automatic matchmaking systems, including 3 game modes: flag carrying, tower defense, and deathmatch. It's going to be so sad if these 3 work perfectly in the closed beta of this game, when New World was stuck with Outpost Rush for who knows how many years. I'm still a little salty about that. Anyway, 95% at Sea Caravan. Players can sail freely on the seas with their own ships, battle sea creatures, enemy player ships, and enhance their ships. Number 32 at 82%, natural disasters and interactions. Some areas become submerged underwater after rainfall, affecting dungeon entrances and other game dynamics. All right, this is pretty sick. If they're able to actually give results when it comes to this, and also potentially if they have like a day and night cycle, I think they do, and the day and night cycle can affect the game in a similar way, and this game will have bonus points from me already. Number 33 at 95% progression. Players can collect all resources found in the terrain. Resources within building limits do not regenerate, but those outside will regenerate over time. Number 34 is game settings at 95%. Players can customize HUD settings, dimensions, graphics and sound settings, shortcuts, names, and voice chat. Number 35 at 70% is main tasks and routine. Players are provided daily and repetitive tasks that offer rewards and end-game advantages. Number 36 at 95% progression is in-game guidance with the tutorial screen, which provides new players with information about the game's basic mechanics and features through an interactive tutorial screen. Number 37 at 95% is group formation and management, which allows players to form groups with other players to undertake tasks and overcome challenges together. Also, just putting this in here, I know it's a small thing, but it's probably best to talk about this now. Really hope, I don't think I've seen anything that suggests that they won't do this, but I really hope that they have plans to allow us to make raid groups. And also, please do not make it that you are so heavily penalized while being in a party that you just rather go solo, because that seems to be the most viable way to level. Number 38 with item grading at 99%, oh boy, a system that determines the quality and performance of items, offering players the opportunity to choose more powerful equipment. You guys probably already know how I feel about item grading. We'll see how it goes though. 39 is armors, bags, accessories, and weapons at 95%, which provides players with various types of grades of armor for protection, bags to increase carry capacity, weapons for combat activities, and accessories that enhance the player's attributes or provide special abilities. Number 40 is drops from monsters at 99%, which is materials that drop from monsters whose sole function is to be sold to quest NPCs in exchange for money. Coins drop instead of these items. Okay, this one's a little confusing because I'm not sure if they're saying that coins will be dropping from the mobs instead of these materials that you can turn into, which is, by the way, another feature from Black Desert Online. Okay, so number 41 is character empowerment at 80% completion, which says that it'll include cards that grant special powers to characters. Number 42 at 80% completion is team-based combat, which says that at specific times of the day, 2 teams of 10 players each battle both monsters and each other to win rewards. That sounds pretty sick. Number 43 at 80% completion is resource gathering with the worker system. Randomly select workers from thousands of options, send them to designated points on the map to gather loot. Okay, I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm just saying. Number 44 is level progression at 99%, which is a simple system that provides rewards as players level up to help them. Number 45 at 99% is time-based rewards, which allows you to accumulate time spent in the game. These points can then be used to spin a wheel and win valuable rewards. Number 46 at 95% is individual trials and rewards, which allows the player to test themselves individually and earn increasing rewards as they pass each level of the tower. Number 47 at 95% is clan and individual combat in the Sky War. This is a weekly event where clans and individual players compete to defeat a massive boss in a designated area. Number 48 is environmentally enhanced power and dynamic skill passives. Your active skill passives are now influenced by factors such as night, day, sun, indoor spaces, climates, snowfall, rain, and adding more power to your active skills. Number 49 and 99% is daily login rewards. Users have the chance to own special rewards by logging in throughout the month. Number 50 at 99% is a tame system, animal domestication. You can domesticate animals like horses, cows, goats. Number 51 is VFX development, which is the modification and updating of skill effects at 40% completion. Number 52 is territories and parcel wars, which is where users can attack houses, mansions, and castles in the red parcel area at 50% completion. Number 53 is Defender and Attacker vehicles, which is the development and activation of vehicles like cannons, flame vehicles, golems, etc. at 60% completion. Number 54 is Castle Wars at 30% completion, which does make sense as probably a big undertaking. Number 55 is City and Tavern Management, also another big undertaking, at 50% completion, which is the management and regulation of taxes, tavern operations, tavern crafts, and many games related to Castle Wars. Number 56 is Clan Systems Expansion, which I think should have been under the clan system that we had before, but this one is at 70% completion, which allows the activation of Clan Wars, addition of clan passives, and clan quests. Number 57 is Dungeons, which is the activation of underwater and other dungeons at 20%. Number 58 is World Bosses, which is the activation of hourly and daily bosses at 10%. I hope both of these get more progress in the future, but if we're also talking about dungeons and world bosses across the entire 2016 kilometer squared landmass, then yeah, it makes sense for these to be lower on the totem pole. Number 59 is the individual shop system at 30% completion, which is the shop system where players can rent and display products within the city's inns. Number 60 is Ship Wars at a surprising 80% completion, which is the completion of all ship and sailor content. Clearly, we might have a couple of people that really like naval on the dev team. Number 61 is Transportation Vehicles at 10%, which is the inner city travel with Zeppelin and hot air balloons. Number 62 is Transportation Professions, which is a profession system allowing players to transport other players to desired locations at 20%. Number 63 is Real Worker Systems, which we went over in a previous video, which allows you to utilize the labor and time of your friends in QUINFALL by signing contracts with the other players at 30% completion. Number 64, aw man, at 0% completion is the Tags and Achievement System, which is the title system for displaying specific achievements, which I'm hoping there's one for participating in the closed beta. Number 65 is the ranking system at 10% completion, which allows you to view rankings in various classes and earn rewards periodically based upon them. Number 66 at 0% completion is the monster classification system, which allows you to spend more time with any monster, increasing your relationship with it and providing more drops. What the hell? Are we going to be dating the monsters? I'm kind of down. Number 67 is QUINFALL Seasons at 0% completion. QUINFALL Season is a competitive event where level 50 players can form teams or join random teams, earn rank points and rankings, and participate in live PvP events with rewards for a certain period. Number 68 is Olympic War, a weekly 1 vs 1 battle arena determining the hero of the week who receives rewards. The hero's statue is displayed in all major cities for a week. That's badass, at 0%. The Traveling Merchant is number 69, which is at 60% completion. A traveling merchant's cart, which appears at certain time periods on pathways near enemy territories, can sell useful items and objects to the players. Number 70, which is the Exploration Points and Exploration Book system, at 0% completion, which are points that you can earn by discovering certain professions, levels, quests, and other elements in the game. These points can unlock character passives and special powers. Number 71, which is a collective caravan system at 0% as well, which is content that allows the normal caravan to be done in a turn-based manner with other players. Number 72, which hell yes, this one's for me. Play betting cards with other players or NPCs and build your own decks at 60% completion. Number 73, really, is a marriage system which allows us to marry other players and gain various bonuses. Number 74 is the Universe, or Land and Settlements, 2016 kilometer square terrain with 4 biomes, 18 major cities, 33 villages, 9 port cities, 36 portals, 50 plus treasure rooms, land and undersea dungeons, 500 plus rifts, calm down, numerous forests, lakes, streams, and mountains at 95%. I will believe it when I see it, because that sounds freaking insane. Although as far as the dungeons go, we know those aren't 100% completed just yet. They're like, 10-20%, so I'm not really expecting that much there when it comes to that one, at least. But the very last one at 75 is Natural Events and Variables, the season cycle. At 95%, they say that it has seasonal transitions, vegetation that changes according to the weather and species suitable for hunting, species adapted to different waters and lakes and seas, wet weather events and wind strength and direction dynamics that affect ship navigation. Wow, that was a hell of a mouthful. I'm actually surprised that I made it through that whole thing. We're going to have to see how this goes, but thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the second closed beta. Very soon I'll also have another video out about the classes, and I will catch you in the next one. Special thanks again to World of Warships for sponsoring this video. Make sure to use the link in the description to sign up for the game, and don't forget to use the code BRAVO during registration. Have a good one, folks.